this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, cause this is where it's at. You can get with this. Get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that. You can get with this, or you can get with that.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Hollywood DA in the building. It's here. Yo, we going. Yo, it's me and my man. We're missing a member. He's with us in spirit. My man Corey Roy's out the building, but we do have my man Phenom 202. What's good with you?
Phenom 202, DDA representative. Yo, man, I've been out the pop culture loop. Been focusing on my shows and stuff like that. Then I started going to these blog sites. There's a lot of shit going on, yo. A lot of fuckery going on out there, yo.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of fuckery. So, we got a little pause on this Wednesday just because, tomorrow She-Hulk is coming out. That's on Thursday. I don't know when you're going to watch this, but Thursday the 18th. So we definitely will be hopping on She-Hulk.
Yep.
Game of Thrones is coming Sunday. Of course, we got Raising Kanan and also rap shit. So it's a few there, and who knows, even more might be coming up on the lineup. So
yeah, man.
We cover the whole spectrum. What they call it, the blurs. The blurs of culture.
That idiot tube is making us dumber, yo, and smarter at the same time, yo. Because a lot of these shows are smartly written, yo. The content is crazy now.
It is. Sometimes it isn't too crazy. I'm looking at you, P Valley. I mean, it's crazy. They make me smarter. Even though I enjoy it, though. I can't lie. Yo, I like it. But,
did you get a chance to see Plies' reaction to P Valley, yo?
Nah.
No, you gotta go check out Plies. Plies was as shocked as we was about the content of P Valley, yo. Certain aspects of the show, he just thought it was about straight strippers. But then he realized it wasn't just about straight strippers, and it threw him off a little bit. So
I can imagine his ignorant ass. But either way, like I said, we covered the whole spectrum from the nerd shit, the fantasy shit. I don't even call it nerd shit anymore. Geek shit. MCU, DC universe, all the way over to the Power universe. You know what I'm saying? So
we're well-rounded, though. Well-rounded individuals.
They say black people, we're not a monolithic.
Yeah.
Yo, look at that word you say.
There you go. You almost said it right, yo. You're getting better.
I know. Close enough. But we're gonna jump into some things that's trending today, and today I guess we on the hood side today, the black side. Well, it was all black, like I said. Monolithic, whatever. But we talking about Swizz Beats, Timbaland, suing Triller, yo. So Triller took over the verses, that was something Swizz Beats and Timbaland started off. Boom, they grew it, got all types of artists up there. They ended up selling it to Triller. But it turns out that Triller has not been sending them the funds as scheduled. So a lawsuit has been filed. Let me see. They said they failed to make a payment, a $28 million payment. Like, we ain't talking about like a little bit of money. It's a lot of money, man. So what's so crazy is they had already failed to pay Timbaland and Swizz Beats before. They went to court. In the court, they agreed on the settlement that they was going to pay them $18 million in March, because this happened back in January. They took them to court. They said they'll pay them $18 million in March and $1 million every month thereafter for 10 months. And supposedly, according to the lawsuit, none of the payments have been made. They didn't even throw them a little bit, like, you know what I mean? Like, I ain't got it all, but can you take a little bit? No, they ain't throwing them nothing. So, I mean, what you think?
I mean, are we surprised? Like literally, are we surprised with Triller, yo? I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like they sold it to a company like Viacom or whatever, like whatever the big, like even Mona Scott, yo, somebody Mona Scott or something like that.
Yeah.
Look, they should have used the. I mean, they can't use a firm no more, yo. I don't know if y'all know what a firm is. Afterpay, all them shits that you know, you can buy something, break it up in payments. Their credit's no good any longer, yo. You know,
Yeah.
but 28 million. I feel kind of like Swizz and Tim shouldn't have sold it in the first place because they was doing it really out the culture, and everybody was loving it. Pandemic, everybody was tuning in. They was getting millions of views, millions of impressions across every platform. And then when that money started coming, everybody felt like
Yeah.
they sold their soul. You know what I'm saying?
I kind of feel you, but I don't feel you. I ain't to be like they shouldn't have sold it. Like, but yo,
We know that.
And so if somebody offers you that much money, yo, I ain't saying. I mean, like this is something they started off. The first one, like Swizz was in his car. They playing beats off his phone. And
I remember
stuff.
that.
Like nah, bro. Like this is just something that happened to blow up. Pandemic time. To me,
Mhm.
they got out when they sold it. I mean, of course, the money ain't coming in, but at the time they sold it, it was the right time to sell it. I mean, the
Oh yeah,
pandemic was ending. I mean, Versus was something that, of course, we all enjoyed it. I loved some of them. Some of them not so much. Some more than others. You know what I'm saying? You know, but they all had value. You know, they all had an audience and what have you. But at the same time, the world's opening back up
yeah.
now,
They
and
had a captive audience at that time.
yes, now it's like with DJ D Nice. Shout out to him. But I mean, that motherfucker skyrocketed. You know what I mean? But at the same
Hmm.
time, like you don't hear about it. Like that shit, it ain't popping like it was. Like, that shit was popping. They had everybody in there. Every celebrity, 100,000 motherfuckers watching at a time.
Yeah.
Um, but now it's not like that because
No, because
I
he
mean,
out in the streets now.
but outside is open too. Like I
Yeah.
mean, the people, even if he was just at home, guess what? 100,000 people ain't gonna be watching it anymore, yo. I mean,
Yeah,
people
I
got
like he comes up on my Instagram. He still spend on Instagram. He like 3 to 5 thousand people
that's
at a
what I'm
time, which is
saying.
still a good number,
Oh
but it
yeah,
ain't
oh
that
yeah.
100,000, 200,000, half a million he was doing.
Exactly. I mean, he was doing this thing before. You know, he definitely was always like a celebrity DJ. Like he DJs for celebrities, even though he wasn't like a big celebrity. Like you know, what I'm saying people outside the culture might know him, but
Hmm.
every party or anything that was in the culture, you know, he was in there spending like for a lot of celebrities. So I mean,
He's a
he was doing his thing.
A-lister now,
Yeah,
yo.
yeah, he was that. But now I'm just saying, it's not like pandemic times anymore, yo. It doesn't even matter what the numbers are. There's like the numbers rising back up. Don't nobody care, yo.
Nah,
Motherfuckers is out there. We free now. So they
I
sold it
mean,
at the right
we
time
just
to
came
me.
from 100,000 person a day festival. We was in them streets
Yeah.
too. We ain't going
Oh
back.
yeah. 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 Ain't going back. Ain't no rolling this
Ain't
one
going back.
back.
Mm-mm.
So it I mean they sold it at the right time. I mean, and unfortunately, but I'm with you though, Triller, yo, Triller, really Triller. I mean, I'm sure they thought they had some kind of backing, but it turns out after reading some more about it in this article, like Triller, I guess they have a history of not paying people.
I would
So
think that. I mean, you dealing with Swizz and Tim. Like, you're not dealing with like you dealing with giants in the industry who got major labels backing them and all that
mhm.
stuff. You know what I'm saying? So they know how to deal with companies. That's why I was kind of surprised out of all the companies that was probably lobbying for it, they went with Triller. And
And
what Triller
Triller,
was doing like off-brand fights and shit like that,
I mean,
like
they still
pay-per-views and
do.
stuff.
They still do. So, I mean, Triller offered on that bag. That's why I'm sure there was probably other offers, but it probably won't like that because I'm sure other companies was like, "Yo, what?" When, especially when I don't say a lot of big names weren't participating, but there's definitely a little decline in
The quality of artists that they selected.
yes. You know what I'm saying? Because it's kind of running out of people. Of course, you got people just willing to do it, like jump into it. But some artists is probably like, "Nah, I'm good." You know what I mean?
What they
So
should have did, because if you've been following the verses, because when Tim and Swizz did theirs, there were other people doing their own. Like I saw like this dude named Jonte Austin and Neo. I think it was Neo or the Dream. One of them. They should have tapped them to come back because those are people like when you hear the songs and the music, everybody would know it. Like when Manny
Yeah.
Fresh and Scott Storch did it, people watched it, but it wasn't backed by Tip. You didn't watch it because you didn't know about it, right?
I didn't know. Yeah, I didn't know that happened. Yo.
It was a lot of
good
people
one,
doing
too,
their
yo.
own. Yeah, because Scott Storch was murdering Manny Fresh.
Yeah, so Scott Storch got some hits in the low because a lot of that Dre shit, you know, Dre basically was robbing that
Oh yeah,
motherfucker for a minute. He was taking all that. But I ain't know. He said murdering though because Manny got some shit too,
dog.
yo.
When you go back and listen to it, Manny, all his beats started sounding. He had some hits, but then everybody was like, "Damn, these shit sound alike."
Oh
Like,
yeah, they do. Yeah, they do like sound alike.
you know what I'm saying? It's
A
not like
lot,
the Neptune, like that Neptune's attempt where yeah, they have a distinct sound, but all their beats don't sound alike. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But Scott Storch was pulling out like Cry Me a River. Like I didn't know he was on that shit with Tim. Like he did today. So Manny first like, no, you cheating because you collaborate people. This is all me.
But I kind of feel it though, because Scott Storch, he'll just come play the key. I mean, he the piano man. He come play them keys.
Still Dre. That's Scott Storch.
Because if you ask me like Property and River, I ain't gonna lie, y'all gonna be like that's a Timbaland beat. But
It's
I
all
mean,
Tim.
it's all good in verses though, because I mean like verses, even the artists, it ain't gotta be your song. If you on the song, whatever, you get to use it. So it is what it is, yo.
Yeah,
I have to go back and watch that.
Yeah, you gotta go back and watch it, yo. Like even Candy Burns when they did the Escape one, she wrote No Scrubs. She sung No Scrubs. That song, one of my favorite songs by E40 and T-Pain, You and That Monkey. Like that song, she was on that. She wrote half that song. So yeah, I mean, but Versus was the shit, yo. I mean, I feel bad Tim and them got about to get, Triller about to file bankruptcy or some shit. They ain't gonna never get their money.
I can't imagine. Because, Triller also was doing a thing with black creators that recruited them, was paying them a certain amount of money each month. Actually, somebody we know was involved in that. You know what I'm saying? Nicole Bellinghausen. Shout out to her. I mean, she got married. I forgot her and her husband. They be on Instagram one time now.
Yep.
They contact creators. So shout out to them. They doing their thing. They got some funny skits They got some funny skits. I ain't no downplay because they doing their thing. Like they post all the time, like yo, because it's hard to keep up content. Like you know what I mean, especially like little skits. I'm like yo, that's hard to keep that shit up.
Yeah, man, it's good, man. Shout out to Nicole, man, the homie, yo, from college days, yo.
So they were supposed to be giving them like a certain amount of money every month, but they had to put up a certain amount of content on Triller every month. And it turns out that Triller hasn't been paying them all. Like they've been paying them. A lot of the, as you said, they were doing fights previously, like bootleg fights and this and that. A lot of the fight promoters saying, yo, they didn't get paid. Like, so they got like a history of this shit. I'm like, who is running Triller? I probably should have looked that up. Who the fuck is running Triller?
That's a great question, yo.
Somebody is scheming and scamming, yo. Motherfucking Bernie Madoff out here. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, I'm trying to see who runs it. But they had like Mike Tyson and Roy Jones on the joint.
Yeah.
I remember that. Yeah.
And that one actually did well. That one did numbers. Because they were surprised at how much they sold on that one.
Damn,
but I think Tyson was complaining about getting the money on that too, though.
He was, Sam and Jake Paul.
Yeah, and Jake Paul started off on Triller. Yeah. So
I was about to see my bias. Well, I was in my head. I was like, yo, I was about to say it was some Jewish guys probably, but that would have sounded racist. But guess what? It's two Jewish guys, David Lieberman and Sammy Rubin. Yeah. So I mean, like, yeah. I mean, well, I hope keep your eye on the prize, Tim and Swizz. Sue them. Hopefully, you can get it back. I mean, they should just be able to get the Versus namesake and rights back. And I don't know, dog.
Honestly, that's just about dead though. Especially after the last shit with even though it made headlines,
Mario Bart. Yeah.
Like it made headlines and that, but it was for all the wrong reasons. Like that's what I'm saying. I like
it's a mockery.
Unless they come back with like a bang, I can't really take Versus serious, man. I can't take it serious, but it has to be like a bang. They gotta come back with some fire.
It's two people out there that can do it, and it will bring I would be able to do a million easy. Missy and Buster. Tim better
Uh,
call that favor to Missy and Buster.
yeah. Swizz fuck with Busta Hard. He did a few of his beats. We'll see.
Yeah.
But yeah, that would be interesting. It would be interesting. Uh, I don't know. I know hometown will probably fucking hate me, yo. I'll probably get that shit to Busta though. I mean, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, Missy got hits. Don't get me. Trust me, VA all day. You know, 2 up, 2 down, and all that. But I mean, as far as the style of music, like I like Missy's rapping. Her first album, I like her first album was Last Thing on there, and but I just don't know how that's
The
gonna
real
play
world.
against how that's gonna play against Busta when if he start coming hit after hit after hit.
But the thing about it is, man, I'm always cautious with these verses. I always think somebody gonna come in and get smashed, and they end up like, hold up. Like I thought Monica was gonna crush Brandy because I know more. Then I started listening to Brandy. I'm like, hold up, that's a hit. That's a hit. That's a hit.
Yeah,
I'm like,
Brandy,
oh shit.
Brandy got hits.
Yeah. But I hope they don't put verses in the tomb in the grave yet, man. So gotta give us one last one or something like that. Because Onyx and Cypress Hill, they were mad because we had to pay to see that shit. Who thought they was gonna pay to see Onyx and Cypress Hill, yo? I mean, we grew up on them.
But I ain't gonna pay for. I mean, Onyx. I mean, their first album was alright, but they only got like a couple songs for real. Cypress Hill, they only got a few songs I fuck with you there too, so they like, I'm good on that.
Yeah.
I'm good on that. But fuck it, yo, let's go ahead and move on. So, let me pull this up. We got some shit popping off, yo. Catfish. What's my man from Notre Dame? He got him a Netflix special, man.
Manti Teo.
Yeah. He got a Netflix special off the Catfish. So, I mean, you probably know more about it than me. I remember it happening when he was a star player. Where was he playing at?
At Notre Dame and linebacker.
Notre Dame. He was like a first round.
Notre Dame was like, good.
He was good that year, yeah, because that had him in Heisman talk on the defensive side.
No, he made it to New York. And he was making tackles everywhere. Played in the national championship, got smoked by Alabama like everybody else does. But the biggest thing was everybody thought he was lying about his girlfriend because nobody knew what catfishing was at that time. This was like this might have been pre MTV Catfish, yo.
No, it wasn't pre MTV. Because I knew what catfishing was.
Was it?
Because of the MTV show. Yeah, it wasn't pre MTV.
Because that's where the terminology came from.
Yeah, that's what. Because they basically invented that word. Because I remember they had before the TV show, it was a movie, a documentary. Because dude Nev got catfish, and they went out and met the lady and everything, and you know what I mean. So he got catfish because the lady was like using her sister's pictures or some shit.
2010.
She was like so she was like married and everything. The husband took it well, but they was like out in the sticks in the country. She was like bored. They got some internet. She just went crazy.
Yeah. So a little timeline. The movie Catfish came out in 2010. The show started in 2012, and also Manti Teo got catfished in 2012. So that's why I got kind of.
Okay.
So it was around the same time.
Right, you're around the same time because actually the movie wasn't even really that super popular like that. But then they popped up on MTV. I was like, oh shit, they got a damn TV show now.
Dog, I mean, that show, for Manti Teo, everybody wants a story. So basically he was telling everybody he had his girlfriend, whatever. He never met her, none of that stuff. And come to find out she was fake. Everybody was clowning him. I think that hung over his head in his NFL career because he was the guy who lied about his girlfriend. You know what I'm saying? And now, it's about to start this month, the Netflix special. But it kind of gives you a bigger story, yo.
Yeah, it's already on, yeah.
Oh, it's already on? So I got to watch it then. Catfishing, I feel sad for these people, man. I feel I would be mad and sad at the same time, yo. But I've been catfished before, yo. It's kind of like on Friday, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you got catfished by pictures, though.
Yes, I did. And then seeing the person.
Was it like the same person in the pictures? It was just like, or you mean you got for real catfish?
Like the top up. she looked way different in person, yo. Like straight up. I tell this story, and shout out to my boy Big Worm Mike, dog, and one of our homies, one of our tab homies, yo. So she was going to Norfolk State. She's like, "Y'all got this friend I want you to meet." I'm like, "All right, cool." Freshman year at ODU, like, yeah, her name is Lucky, and I talked to her on the phone. I was like, "Okay, yeah, we was kicking it or
I
whatever."
remember a little bit. I don't remember everything, but I remember that name, Lucky. But go ahead.
God forgive me, I was a dirtbag, yo. So she came on from Norfolk State. I think she caught the bus or something. And Norfolk State was like 3 miles away, but it's still a hump. It's not an easy 3 miles. You still gotta make some lights and turns and all that shit, yo.
Yeah. You catching the bus, there was probably some transfers and all that type shit.
All that shit. So she get there, I go down to the lobby. I'm like, oh my God. Like she looked like a fucking linebacker, yo. Like it was crazy, yo. She was about as tall as I was. I was like, oh, dog. And shout out to my homie Big Mike. Dog, Big Mike was with me. Big Mike stayed the whole time when she was there. Yo, I'm like, Mike, don't leave me, dog. Don't leave me, yo. Yo, she was kind of upset.
Yeah, what the hell is this nigga? Like, you gonna tell this nigga to leave? Like, this nigga
nah, me and Mike played like 10 games of Coach K, yo. I would not let Mike leave, yo. And then Mike said, all right, we play Coach K. And Mike was like, all right, I'll stay, but you gotta come I gotta go to see this play for theater class. You gotta come with me. I'm like, man, I don't want. He's like, dog, you coming with me to this goddamn play. So I ended up going to the play with him. But the dirt bag part about it was, I was like, all right, me and Mike, we gotta go. So you gotta go. She was like, I don't know how the fuck I'm gonna get home. And Mike had the hoop the bill and everything. I don't know how she got home that night, dog. I was so dog. That's probably one of the most dirt baggingest things I ever did, yo. And I'm not proud.
You're a horrible person.
It was horrible, yo.
We don't know. You was young and dumb back then.
Yeah, lucky if you're listening. I'm sorry, yo.
Why she come there without a ride home? She knew you ain't got no car.
Nah, and the thing about it is,
you promised her ride. You probably said, "Yo, baby, I get you home." Don't worry.
Mike was gonna let me use the hoop. You know what I'm saying? The hoop de ville, but then I called the car. I'm like, what the fuck you thinking, yo? She's like, she's nice. No, that's my friend. I'm like, yo, all right. You want to play these games, yo? Okay. Yeah. But nah, I felt bad, yo. But I be feeling bad for these people that catfish, yo, because they so desperate. And then, what do you think about it?
I mean, catfishing just in general is crazy. Like, it's one thing that, I mean, I know it was a time back in the day, you might go in like a chat room or some shit, you talk to somebody, you might talk to them on the phone. Like back then, like video, you know what I'm saying, on the cell phone and all that really won't pop in. So
yeah.
But I was just like, it's got to me, I don't care who you are. And at a certain point, I'm like, yo, we got to meet. Like, I'm not gonna be here like, whoa, like months and months. Like, I'm like, yo, what we doing? Like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
No, we got to meet. And then once like cell phones actually had like the video chats and all this, I never understood Catfish still comes on today.
It does, and people still getting catfish, yo.
Yo, the TV show still comes on today, and people are still getting catfish. People be like, when they're talking, they'll say, yeah, my phone is broke. My this is broke. My this. I'm like, everybody's the brokest person in America. I'm talking about in America. I don't know where you're watching it from right now, but I know the brokest person in America, the most hood person in America, the most trailer trash person in America. It's motherfucking homeless people right now, dead ass, that have cell phones.
Yeah, Cricket Wireless.
Like, I'm for real though. Like, it's crazy though. Like, motherfuckers really be having cell. Like, everybody has a cell phone, and if they don't have a cell phone, they have access to a cell phone. Like, they have a friend, a family member, something. If they don't have that, they have a motherfucking laptop, a library, a library, exactly, a library. Like, no, like, how are you just to be like, after the second or third excuse, yo, it's a wrap, yo. I'll be like, all right, no, I can't do it because of this. I can't video chat because of this. After that, it's like, yo, what are we doing here? And sometimes these people will travel to another state to meet these people, and the people don't even show up. They'll be like, oh, I had a family emergency, I can't go. And then these motherfuckers will travel to another state. And then people, I have a family emergency. They gotta just travel back. I'm like, hell no, yo, I'm out here. I'm in another state. Family emergency. I don't meet you at the hospital. Yo. I'm just gonna meet the family because I done came from a whole other state. Like, what the fuck is going? This shit's crazy, yo. Like, it's crazy.
It's bonkers, yo. Because when you sit there and yeah, like Pretty Girl says, toddlers have tablets. You goddamn right. Every kid got a Amazon tablet, yo. Them shits was $30, yo. Every kid got that joint, yo. And that's the thing. And you don't even need, all you need is internet. You go to Starbucks and all that shit, yo. Know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
I was about to say, you know, toddlers got the tablets. Cause my kids, motherfucking work them damn cell phones at 1 years old. They be at this swiping this and that.
Exactly, yo.
But, you know, what's that mean? They be like, yo, you got any games on your phone? Like, you know what I mean? Everybody got a fucking phone, yo.
Everybody does, man. But I feel sometimes it's cringy watching the show because when Nev shows up to your crib, or Neve, whatever his name is, shows up to your crib and saying, why won't you meet this person? Because he gets to see them before the other person sees them. In most cases, yo, because he's like, yo, why you do this? It'd be the same. It'd be the same reason. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
That's it. I mean, they can't explain themselves, and then they be sitting there looking stupid when they gotta explain themselves. It's like so cringeworthy, and so sad. But
I mean,
it's good. It's good like TV, yo.
Excuse me. I can only. People always make up different reasons. I think it's almost like a power trip or something. Like, I got this person like sweating me, maybe. Like, I got. I mean, sometimes I'm sure they end up having feelings for real. You know what I mean? And then it's just like I'm too far down the rabbit hole. I can't reveal myself, type of deal. But either way, just to catfish somebody, you gotta have a couple of screws loose. So you gotta be a little bit out there, man.
All right, so I got a question for you, yo. As a all right, this is pre-marriage, you know, boom, you talking to this girl months, a year, and you finally say, I'm about to come see you. No excuses, gotta see you. You show up, she's not your type, but you done traveled 1,000 miles, yo. Are you going through with it?
We talk about
pre. It's all pre. Man.
I mean, you a dirty dog. I mean, I'm an asshole myself. Yo. If I done traveled 1,000 miles, yo, you know how many shorties I done drove past or flew past or caught the train past? I done passed tens of thousands of potentials, yo. So if I get there, yo, at this point, it's just like, you know what? And if I had to travel 1,000 miles, yo, she already out of state. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like whatever.
So yeah, you going from where you are to Lubbock, Texas, yo.
Yeah, shit. I mean, like, yo, let me go ahead and do this. You make a meal in the morning. You know what I mean? Like, yo, can you cook in the morning? Like, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, you dirty.
Some eggs and bacon. Whatever. You said I'm dirty. Motherfucker, you would too.
I would too, yo.
1,000 miles, yo. And don't nobody know me out there. Yo, I might even go out in public.
See, my situation was a little different.
Like, don't nobody know me out here. I go out like, yo, girl, let's go ahead and go out. Have some fun.
Yeah, I'll be booed up in Lubbock, Texas, yo. With one of them girls on 600 Pound Life, yo. Hey.
Well, now you talking a little different though.
Yo, but
nah.
You still in Lubbock, Texas, yo. You thousands of miles away, yo. You ain't gonna go through with it,
well,
yo.
I guess 600 pounds, they can't come out the house anyway, yo. Cause so like they can't hardly get out the bed. So I don't know what's gonna happen. At least I know I'll eat good.
Yeah, and you know what? It's funny though. Look, I joke about 600 Pound Life, but every one of the women. They always got a man. They got a man, yo. They man be our size, yo. Be all skinny. Be like 130 pounds, and the woman be 600. And the doctor be like, yo, you gotta stop feeding her. You like, yo, you the enabler. Oh, you know.
Yeah. But it'd be crazy because most of the time when they lose the weight, they break up. But it don't be the lady leaving them. It'd be the dude leave. They be like,
Yeah, they like them plus size girls, yo. And then
plus size.
they think they be getting so insecure. She done lost. She went from 600 to 450. You think somebody want her still, yo? Know what I'm saying? That jealousy be kicking there, yo. But that's it. But the whole dating life, like, you know, Pretty Girl mentioned 90 Day Fiance. Those type of shows is like, these people are desperate or something, yo, to find love. And I be feeling bad. I mean, thank God I ain't never had that issue. No, I've always been able to talk to women. But there's some people that can't.
He's like, thank God.
Yeah, thank God, yo. I don't know how.
90 Day is like a whole different world. There was a time I used to watch 90 Day Fiance, but it just got too crazy for me. I was like, you know, I got a lot of guilty pleasures, yo, so I can't front, yo. But yeah, 90 Day, I mean, some of them dudes came up with 90 Day. Well, I mean, you know why they came up, like shorties be in some dire situations. They be like, yo, if I got what I gotta do. So,
yeah.
But I can't do, cause I don't want nobody. Cause the whole time I'm gonna be thinking she fuck with me just for the come up.
Yeah,
it's like a transaction. I was like, I can't do it.
But all right, I will say this though, and I will look at it this way. I think we're different, and I say that, and I will say this, yo. I've never had a problem getting a girl. You haven't had a problem getting a girl. But some of these dudes on these shows, you can tell they had a problem because you can look at them like, yo, this don't match. It's like oil and vinegar, yo. You can't have this girl from Brazil or Colombia who got a banging body and look all good, and you got this Poindexter looking cat over here. You know she's using you, yo. Like I see it all the time, yo. But I will say there was one 90 Day Fiance. What was an Asian girl? No, Asian man and a white woman. And the Asian dude, she had to pull out the translator. She had to use like the Google Translator to talk to this dude.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And they had a baby together. So I'm trying to figure out how that dynamic came to be. Like because he understood some English, he spoke broken English, but they had to pull out the translator to talk to each other, yo. And she had a baby by this cat.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, yo, if you can have them kids, you got to learn the language.
Yeah.
Both of y'all. And I don't mean that person needs to learn English. No, you need to learn that shit. Like, whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? You need to learn that, too. But that's wild. Yeah, that's wild. But yeah, just catfishing in general, man. Getting back to, I'm sorry, back to catfishing. Catfishing is, like, 2022, if anybody... Well, I already know nobody I know would get catfish. Well, I should say that they would never admit to getting catfish, because if they did, brother, the joke is gonna fly like fucking all day long. Like that motherfucker. Every get together, every party, every time we go out, the bullets don't do. He couldn't say nothing, yo. Like that person could never say anything, because once they say something like, but you didn't motherfucker like. So it's just, I don't know, man. It's wild.
I mean, you made the best point of the night, yo. Everybody has access to a camera. Everybody has access to see somebody. If they can't do it, and people ignore red flags, yo.
But I just thought about something that it kind of relates to Catfish and 90 Day, yo. It was this one. I did see this one joint. I forgot those people's name, yo. Because this one I really wasn't watching it, but I was just in and out sometimes. You know what I'm saying? My mother-in-law would be watching this shit. I was like, because I used to watch it. Let me catch it every now and then. Boom, boom. But this one lady, she was an American lady. She flew over some country. You know what I mean to do. But basically, she had been filtering the hell out of all her pictures, yo. Like, all like this and that. Like she had them looking slim and young, and she was like an older white lady too, yo. So the motherfucker showed up at the airport. He had a picture of her on his shirt, like one of the filtered pictures. That shorty showed up. I'm like, he was like, yeah, he was like, you know, little interview. He's like, yeah, she doesn't look like her pictures. I was like, hell no. She looked like a whole other person, yo. I was like,
there was an Asian dude that sued his wife because of that. I don't know if you remember that story. There was an Asian dude. He wanted to get annulled and everything. because they got married. She had a full face of makeup. When she took her makeup off, she was ugly. He sued her because he didn't want to have because his kids was ugly because she
I mean,
catfished him.
honestly, yo, I think you should be able to sue for catfishing, yo. Fuck it, yo. Let's
Um,
let's just put it out there.
Hey, women get catfished too, and I ain't just talking about
Yeah.
looks. They mess with a nigga that fake it till they make it.
I'm about to say catfish on these finances, like, you know what I'm saying?
Exactly, yo. Now there's some dudes laying up in somebody's crib right now because they done catfish the lady onto their couch or into their bedroom, yo.
I'm about to say, yo, it's a lot of what we call them hobosexuals, yo. They don't be have nowhere to live, yo. Hobosexuals, they be out here moving their way in though. They work lady to lady, bed to bed.
Man.
So
Now they need to get their money up, yo. Get their money up, easy peasy, yo.
yeah. Fuck it. It's wild out here in these streets, man. I
Yeah,
don't know,
man.
like, this is wild, man. You know,
Yeah.
I just can't imagine. But I do agree with my Asian compadre, yo. Fuck it, yo. Let's start suing these people, yo. If I show up and you don't look like your pictures, yo, you owe me some kind of compensation. You at least gotta give me my gas money back, yo. Like,
Yo.
my gas money back, something. Like, I ain't asking for much.
You need some
Like,
restitution, yo.
So, yes, there it is. Give me some. I need my reparations, yo. You know, I need some. You owe me something, brother.
But it's funny though, because like
Or
Pretty Girl
sister.
just put in there, the movie Friday highlighted catfishing culture with Smokey.
Mhm.
That's the best example I had in my catfish situation, yo.
Yeah.
You know, I was talking to Shorty on the phone. He's like, "Oh, you sound like Janet Jackson."
Janet
Pull up,
Jackson.
look like Freddie Jackson, yo. Yo, man, I was a scumbag, yo. God forgive me for that. But anywho,
Yeah.
no, we up. You know, we're taken, we're married. We have to deal with that shit. Like I don't know how I would date in my 40s. I really don't.
This dating life is hard from what I hear. Like, I couldn't do it. You know, I'm too tired for that shit.
Yeah, I ain't got the energy, yo.
Yeah, there it goes. I ain't got the energy either. Not at all. Not at all.
But there's somebody out there who got some money because they think he can stay in the league a little bit longer, yo.
Oh yeah. Your boy,
LeBron
LeBron,
James. Yeah,
they
man.
got paid out here. You go ahead.
What's that contract, yo? What was it? 2 years, $97 million?
Ooh, I ain't mad at him.
Nah, yo. My thing about this is, do you think it's a good contract? You think? I mean, obviously he's worth it. He's gonna put butts in the seats, but that's like the going rate right now.
Yeah, I mean,
for elite players.
That's what it's about. It's not even about you know what I'm saying, what I think he's gonna do in the league. I mean, he's gonna sell these tickets. Excuse me, he's gonna sell these tickets. So that's what I mean. You gotta pay him what he's worth. Like, obviously, look, anytime I hate when people say athletes get paid too much money, this and that.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me, I got like the hiccup. This and that. Athletes get paid too much money. They just play basketball. They just play football. They just play this. They just play that. Look, the only way I would pay somebody $50 million a year if I'm making more than $50 million a year off this motherfucker. Like, they're not doing this. This ain't charity. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a business. So if he can make $50 million a year, and honestly, if they didn't have max contracts, he'd probably get paid more.
Yeah,
I know at one point,
like in baseball, you can pay whatever in baseball.
When LeBron left Cleveland, like the whole downtown Cleveland, like he affected their whole economy. Like they lost like $300 million or some shit. They said when he left, because it wasn't just the team; it's like all the bars, restaurants, nightlife after the games, before the games. Like, you know what I mean? These people, these players are. It's a motherfucking, like Jay-Z said, I'm a businessman. No, I'm a business
man. Yeah. I mean, the thing about it is, you know, like LeBron puts the butts in seats. The Lakers sell jerseys.
I mean, they're definitely the most popular franchise. As much as I hate them, as much as I hate the Lakers, yo, they're definitely the most popular. It ain't even a question.
Yeah, and you know,
I got to disown my own son, yo. Guess what came in today? Fresh pair of LeBrons. This nigga bought. He got some LeBron. He got his LeBron jersey. He got all that shit. I'm like, man, fuck you, man. Fuck them
Duh.
kids, yo.
I mean,
Hate the Lakers.
but yo, I hope the Lakers. I mean, Lakers are good for TV, and if they do make the playoffs, which they will make the playoffs, but they will get bounced early because they really don't have a good team. I mean, LeBron is their whole team. AD can't stay healthy. I mean, LeBron's just there to get that. He'll stay there for 2 more years till Bronny, do his year, one and done in college. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think that's what he's just holding out. But we'll see what happens there. The Lakers, I mean, I don't know how much in the basketball we want to get, but the Lakers, yeah, it's gonna be tough. They might make the play. I mean, honestly, it's a good. They got a chance. They can still miss the playoffs this year, man.
They could.
Like, so it's really about AD if AD can stay healthy. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But I do want to, as much as I always be like, fuck LeBron, I do definitely want to give him a shout out. Your boy does his thing. He balls out.
By impeccable shape.
For all the what's the word I'm looking for? The pressure that's been put upon him since he was a motherfucking high schooler. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's crazy. Like, he actually came through. Like this motherfucker had pressure from the beginning to the end, and he's like come through. I mean, you can count the wins, losses as far as like finals and all that shit, but fuck all that, yo. The motherfucker was successful. Like,
no doubt.
He's one of the greatest. Like, you know, he's probably top 5, top. Even the haters would have to put him top 10. You know, I put him top 5. I'm a hater.
But the thing about it is,
he's like top 5 to me. But a lot of people got him 1 or 2, so it is.
When you say you're a hater, you don't hate LeBron as a person, but people gotta understand, like, we're basketball fanatics, like history of basketball. So when we say we hate a player, it's because they done did something to our team or something like that. The success they have is always related to our team because our team. I'm a Pacer fan. That's my reason.
When I started hating LeBron, yo, I'll tell you, when they played the Pistons in the playoffs. This motherfucker scored 28 straight points.
Yep.
From the fourth quarter into the overtime. This motherfucker sent the game in the overtime. He had a dunk to tie the game to go to in the final seconds. I'm like, yo, why the hell? I had this game on my DVR, yo. It was painful. I had it on my DVR, yo. I just kept it on my DVR. I ain't to lie, yo. I watched it a couple of times. I was like, yo, this motherfucker is getting off. Yeah. He scored like 28 straight points. Mm-hmm. They beat us, bounced us out the playoffs, and from that day forward, I was like, yo, fuck LeBron James, yo.
Was that the year they made it to the finals?
Yes, they did make it to the finals and got beat.
And got swept. Because
they weren't even a good team.
Yeah.
That's the whole whole thing. I was like, we lost to these motherfuckers. They ain't even good.
Yeah. Yeah. That's the thing. I mean, I love watching LeBron play.
He's great. He's great.
He's not flashy. He just gets it done. Like, he's unstoppable on the court. Only person that stops LeBron on the court is LeBron, yo. Like, when he had those games where, you know, like the Delonte West rumors, and he kind of packed it in Cleveland, going down to Miami, braggadocious, not 1, not 2, not 3, not 4. That did the countdown. They end up going 2 out of 4, which by anybody's standards, that's a great. Yeah, that's great.
2 championships, 4 years,
and go to the finals 9 years in a row with different teams. Dog, I mean, like, I don't take it anyway, but you know, I can't like LeBron because he knocked my Pacers out a couple times. So
it is, yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what it is, yo. But it's always basketball related, yo. LeBron off the court does amazing things. I don't know about this house party. It got shelved, but I ain't gonna lie, LeBron. That was one thing I was like, come on, man, don't fuck with house party. But we'll see where they go with that. But, you know, just one good thing I will say is we got to see LeBron in his prime, you know, and seeing him in person in his prime.
Yes.
Like the TV, I will say this, yo. Look, now I know you sound like a fan of LeBron. Fuck out. So, if you ever got to see him in person, like now, it ain't the same now. I mean, he's old, man. He pushing 40, you know. Back then, in his prime, when you saw LeBron, you was like, God damn, you don't realize how big he is until you
Yeah,
just see him on the court with
legit
these, like,
6'8", legit 250.
yo, this motherfucker is big as shit. And he
Yeah,
out there moving like, because back then, he was like almost felt like a guard. I mean, he's basically running point, but you know what I mean? But then
yeah.
once you see him in person, you're like, oh, this motherfucker is big as hell.
And
He's
he was the
standing next
team.
to the power forwards, the centers, even like he like basically the same size. Like, what the hell, yo? It's
Dog,
crazy.
when we saw LeBron was in his 5th year because we was
Yeah.
going to the games like in 2010. And we went to the infamous crab dribble game. He didn't
Yeah, we did
carry.
the
He
big
didn't do
crowd
that shit
dribble.
against the Wizards. But just to see how LeBron dominated the game back then,
Mm-hmm.
it was crazy. And then and like you said, the one thing you said he has is the pressure, because everybody in every stadium, he was a crybaby. They had signs. He missed a
Yeah.
shot. The arena's playing baby crying sounds. Then he comes down, steals the ball, does a thunderous dunk, does another thing, keep his team in the game.
Mm-hmm.
No, and he was
He
going against
definitely.
himself. He was going against Jameson, Butler, and Hibachi at that time. Gilbert
Yeah,
Arenas, yo.
that was damn. That's a long time. We old. Ooh,
Yo,
we old.
that was good basketball back then. But
Yeah.
I think LeBron, I mean, like, as long as he keeps his body good, which he normally does, he has little injuries from here to there, but they need AD to step up and they'll do all right in the playoffs, man. I ain't really too worried
Yeah.
about Westbrook. I mean, I don't hate Westbrook as much as everybody else does.
Yeah, I think that's a bad rap.
Bad rap, but I like when the
It's
Lakers are
funny
good.
because I've been a Westbrook hater most of my time, but now I'm just like it's the depending on how people are, yo. It's so extreme. It's either one extreme to the next, yo.
Yep.
It's swung way too far to the hate rush shit. I'm like, yo, come on, yo, calm down, man.
Yeah.
You're the baller still.
Yeah, and the thing about it is, I'm excited. Season kicks off October 18th.
Mm-hmm.
You got
No, the real season starts October 19th. Pistons at home. Let's go. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
October 18th. The season starts. You got the Lakers and Golden State, and I personally don't like that game to start off because I think if the Lakers lose the next day, everybody's gonna talk about how the Lakers suck. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I know it's just for ratings. It's gonna be, and then they got this thing called rivalry week. Did you see that?
Oh no, I didn't see that.
No, so they scheduled a lot of games. They got NBA's doing something called rivalry week where like all the rivals play each other. It is. Everybody's here for it.
College football. Let's go ahead and do that, yo. So,
yo.
But yeah, I'm gonna catch a few games this year. I'm gonna probably go even in preseason. I'm gonna probably catch this Hornets Celtics game preseason, and then go from there and start picking out some games to go to.
It's definitely worth it, yo.
When you live, you already know. I know you know.
Yeah,
we went to a couple of games last year. It definitely is worth it when you're in a city where the teams ain't that good.
Yeah.
If your team sucks, you see all the games for cheap. I'm like, word. Keep sucking Hornets. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to
But that's the thing. We was going to them games. We weren't Wizards fans, but we sat behind the bench.
We had the prime time seats. So I was trying. People don't even realize the good seats we had. We was prime time. You know how many people adapted, and I wish because that's when the cell phones was just coming. I had that garbage ass cell phone. I adapted so many people that season, like because Catfish walking around, yo, boo, boo, everybody. I was like, but yeah, definitely. I don't know, man. Anything else out there in the culture, man?
Nah, man. Well, there's one thing I want to kind of circle a little bit back to this catfishing thing, yo.
Yeah, go ahead, man. Bring it up.
So there's a lot of lying in rap music nowadays, and that's kind of catfishing as well, yo. This is one rapper. Her name is Cupcake. I heard some of her music before, and like she is like raunchy.
I've never heard of this person a day in my
life. If you go to YouTube,
you already know I'm going. I'm gonna start looking it up. So go ahead, Cupcake. Go ahead.
Either she's lying for likes or she's lying in her music. But she says she's a virgin, yo. She makes all sexually explicit music. That's like Future saying Percocet, Molly Percocet, and he don't do drugs. know what I'm saying? Or these rappers out here talking about killing each other and they don't
I
bust no
mean,
guns.
honestly, I mean, Future did lie. Future lie about like he popping pills. He the popping P motherfucker, yo. That he don't do no, he don't do
He don't
drugs
do
at all.
no drugs, yo,
And
at all,
see,
yo.
I was about to say something, man. Why you even tell me this, man? I should never Googled her ass.
So I mean, when I look at her, I can see maybe like,
Yes, I can tell you why she's a virgin.
but at the same time, there gotta be some dude that would have
I mean, but we talked about it earlier.
knocked it down, yo.
Everybody got somebody, and like, shout out to us. We lucked up, you know. Everybody, what's the thing? Everybody first baby mama ugly as hell. Like, you know, that's it. I always be like, yo. But that's why, you know, we're good on that one. So, yeah, I can see her being a virgin. It depends on how old she is. Let me see how old she. Oh, she's 25 now. Somebody at 25 even by then normally.
Either she lying for clout or she lying in her music. She's lying some way, shape, or form.
Well, honestly, if you say she hypersexualized and she says she's a virgin as well, she's definitely lying in her music. She's telling the truth. In real life, she's lying on the entertainment side. But that brings up a good question as far as like what is being fake in the world of entertainment. Like even us from this YouTube show, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like what is? I mean, you do stuff that's gonna be out for the public consumption. I mean, yeah, we talk shit. I mean, basically, yesterday we talking shit, doing this and that. So a lot of it is about. I mean, you got to entertain.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it's definitely a level to it.
And sometimes while entertaining, you exaggerate some things, you say some things, you do this, do that. I mean, because a lot of shit. I just like to talk shit. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of it is like, oh, are you lying?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think I think we keep it a buck. I don't think we do anything like if somebody were to listen in our life, be like, no, them niggas lying, yo. That's cap all day. I don't think we that type of people, but at the same time, we're not famous. We just regular people. And like stuff changes. Like we don't sell our soul to be famous. We don't lie all that because people know us. Mm-hmm. And we just don't have that same energy as people. But at the same time, we like to see people like that. Yeah. That's how the world works, yo.
So would you lie if you could make some money off of it?
Depends what the lies
at somebody
about.
Like I mean, this is a bad example, but it's a good example. I'd say it's a bad example just because he got sued and he's an asshole. He's one of the worst fucking people that ever walked the face of the planet. Somebody like Alex Jones. Mm-hmm. He spits out all these conspiracy theories and all this rhetoric. Mm-hmm. And any person that can make it to that level, like, yo, when he got sued, I didn't realize, yo, this motherfucker was making money. Like,
yeah, he's making like $750,000 a day or something like that.
But any person that can make it to that level, they have some on their own. Like, I ain't talking about Trump inheriting. Somebody who like built that shit up. Like they have common sense to a certain degree and like knowledge and this and that. And basically, I mean, he got sued once they got the copy of his phone. Shout out to his lawyer.
They did a song good, yo.
He was already saying, yo, like he knew it was all lies. Would you be willing to lie? Not to that extent. I mean, I ain't talking about like faking, telling people their kids ain't get shot. Like that's some asshole shit. Hope he burn in hell type shit. But would you be willing to lie, like front a little bit, to make some cash?
Yes. Yes. Nothing on
a lot of it. Then. Like a lot of it. Not again. I ain't talking about kids dying shit. We, you know, of course, we leave kids and all that type of shit alone. I'm talking. I'm trying to think of something, man.
It would have something that's not so morally corrupt that I can't sleep at night and people hate me in real life, like an Alex Jones. Like, because I mean, you can't be that smart, or I would say 99.7% of the Republican Party, yo. Smart guys.
They already know what it is. They here to get this money, get this check.
No,
We just gonna push what's gonna make us keep us elected.
yeah. So I mean, it depends on what it is. I can't definitively say yes, but I can't definitively say no.
All
Because
right. So,
if they come with a check like, oh, we give you $5 million to act like this,
would you support Trump for
no,
$5 million?
I can't. I think he's killing the world, I think it's funny though. I mean, it's
I ain't the liar. I gotta think about it for a second. Like, ah!
but I say that because ain't nobody got a $5 million in an attaché case or a check.
Yeah.
But at the same time, like when I see dudes like that who catfish the world, which he catfished every fucking body.
No. He didn't catfish. He catfished. I was gonna say how many people voted for him. I don't even think he catfished them because they was just like, yo, fuck, I hate Hillary. He catfished about 10 to 15 million. It's like 10 to 15 million he catfished.
That's a nice chunk of people. And the funny thing
Yeah.
is, the people that it's funny when I hear those stories of people who felt catfish. Like I thought he was this way, but I found out now I know he's not that way.
Yeah.
When all the red flags were there. And that's a version of catfishing, Like you saw the red flags, you ignored the red flags. Then when the red flags smack you in the damn face, you even want somebody to feel bad for your ass,
Yeah.
No, that's not how it worked,
Yeah. But
Y'all
I
use
don't
your
know.
common sense,
I don't know. I'm trying to think what do famous people do. Like famous people, they'll like fake a relationship. Like even though some love and hip hop shit, they'll fake like they'll be married, they'll fake a affair. Like and it's all reality. Or when I say reality TV is some of the most scripted shit on earth. So it already came out. I mean, most of the shit's just all lies. So so would you be on reality TV like faking like just any I can't even think of nothing. But I mean I ain't gonna lie, yo.
I could be on reality
Cause I
TV.
just be like, so that type. Well, I should say reality, because reality TV, I'm just like, yo, I'm just an actor anyway, yo. They be like reality TV, no, I'm like, no, I'm an actor.
Yeah.
I got my SAG card. Like,
Hey, do they get their SAG card? I guess they do. If you come on TV, you get your SAG card.
Yeah, get your
So
SAG
Jocelyn
card.
Hernandez got a SAG card, yo.
Yeah.
Okay.
So they actors. I mean, she was on P Valley, yo. Shout out to her. The
Oh,
OG
yeah.
stripper. So yeah, I ain't gonna lie though. I might give up my soul a little bit. Probably too much, but sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do.
So, all right, I'm gonna say this, and this is not spoiling Better Call Saul, but he did have a conversation with Mike. And remember in the episode when they was in the desert, they had the money.
Yeah, but you can't tell me too much. I'm about to watch it tonight.
I know I'm not, but no. But the thing about it was, they asked him if you had a time machine, where would you go back to? Mike said where he would go back to. Saul said where he would go back to, but like, and Mike was like, so you would just go back. All you do is care about money. And that kind of hit me in my soul. Like, would I be that morally corrupt if I had access to that much money that I would just be like, fuck everything and just be about that?
How far? Well, see, it's always fucked up because once you have kids, you can only go back so far.
That's true.
Like, I would go back if I had a time machine. I would probably go back to when we first moved to SC. I would have jumped on this YouTube shit hardcore for that first couple of times, like, because when we first got here, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't working. For y'all people be like, oh yeah, I got me a nice little payout my old job. I came over here with the wifey, but I had me a nice little payout, you know what I'm saying, over there. So I didn't have to work, and we was settling in, getting used to everything. But I would have said at that time, I mean, of course, I was never on YouTube till the past year, 2021. But I would have been like, yo, I would have got on it then and like been like going hard when I just had no time at all. I mean, time in the world. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I'm like, sometimes I think back on it, I'm like, yo, I ain't take advantage of that time at all, yo.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I don't know how far. Where would you go back to, man?
I would go back to when Bill Gates made Apple, yo. I mean, Windows. I'd have bought some stock back there, yo.
You said fuck your kids, then, huh?
Hey, I mean, I have more, yo. My kid, wait till my kids get wait till my kids get older and they have kids. They be like, "Where you want to go back, man?" I might want to go back when we was in college, yo. There was some joints I should have hollered at in college, or I should have did this and that, or make different moves financially and all that stuff. But that's the thing, yo.
I mean, of course, that's what in my head. That's something like, yeah, I could go back that far, but no, I can't.
It'd be on some hot tub time machine shit, yo. We'll do went back.
As much as I say, fuck them kids, I can't fuck these. I mean, that don't sound right at all. But you know what I'm trying to say. Most of the time, I'm like, no, I can't, nah. So it can only be back so far. I gotta pick a couple of years alive.
Yeah, but that's the thing, y'all. I mean, like, it's good conjecture. I mean, that's when it comes down to money, like the decision you make and how much you sell your soul for money, yo. I'm glad. I mean, like, we all talk about our friend circles being very decent, meaning everybody takes care of their family. They can afford to go on trips. They can do things for pleasure. A lot of friends can't because there's a lot of people we went to high school with. You go on Facebook and they ain't doing as good as us. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. We ain't rich by far, but we suburban like a motherfucker, yo, and I love it.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, definitely living that suburbia life. And on that note, yo, I think we're about to go ahead and wrap this up.
Yep.
We're going to be back on it. We're getting on it, like I said before. We're getting into this rap shit. We're getting into this Game of Thrones. We're getting into this Raising Canaan. And we're going to be getting into the She-Hulk tomorrow.
Yep.
So definitely everybody, thank you for watching. You know what I'm saying? You know, we got every now and then we gotta drop one of these episodes, yo. Where we just be talking that shit. You know what it is. It's your boy Hollywood DA. What's up, Phenom?
Phenom 202, DDA representative, yo. Like, share, subscribe. Come look at the content. Follow us on when we do our lives. You know, we got some stuff for y'all.
There it is, and thank y'all for watching, yo. Share, like, subscribe, like I said. All the likes help. Thank you. Have a great night.